Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be recapping Not Going Out, Series 14, Episode 4, titled Oasis, which was originally released on the 13th of June 2025, and I'm recording this episode just under a month later on the 8th of July 2025. But before I get on with my recap, here is the Not Going Out, Series 14 trailer.
All our kids have gone off to uni, so it's time for the next chapter.
I was just paying tribute to the greatest band of all time.
Which, to be fair, is what Oasis do.
We need someone with no acting experience at all. Hello. You're quite hard, aren't you? She still some of my films. You messed up getting the ticket.
I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. I don't mind being shot from behind.
Don't tempt me. The new series of Not Going Out starts Friday the 13th of June on BBC One and iPlayer.
That was the Not Going Out Series 14 trailer, and without further ado, here is my recap of Not Going Out Series 14 Episode 4, titled Oasis. We start off with the Not Going Out title sequence. Lee sings whilst playing the guitar. Lucy insults Lee's singing. Lee corrects Lucy over why the guitar is still in their house. Lucy mentions her and Lee's neighbours. Lucy mentions and insults Oasis. Lee reminds Lucy that they were unable to get any Oasis tickets. Lee reveals why he's confused by women's brains. Lee mentions his friends. Lucy insults Lee for not having any friends. Lucy doesn't understand why Lee is so upset about not being able to attend an Oasis show. Lee mentions his birthday. Lucy mentions FOMO. Lucy informs Lee what FOMO is. Lucy proposes an Oasis night for her and Lee. Lee mentions his and Lucy's potential grandchildren. Lee apologises to Lucy. Lee agrees to Lucy's proposal. Lee mentions mistakes. Lee seems to be blaming Lucy for them not being able to get Oasis tickets. Lucy blames Lee for this. Lee insults Lucy's memory. Lee recalls his version of events regarding the Oasis ticket situation. Lucy gets confused between the past and the present. Lee mentions flashbacks. Lucy reveals why she is allowed to take the iPad to the toilet, whereas Lee isn't. Lee and Lucy disagree over Lee's recollection of the events surrounding the Oasis tickets. Lucy mentions the 1960s and JFK. Lucy defends her past actions. Lee mentions Matalan and Boxing Day sales. Lee defends his actions for bringing up the Oasis ticket situation to Lucy. Lucy raises her voice at Lee. Lucy confesses to lying to Lee. Lee quotes Lucy back at her. Lucy insults Lee. Lee believes he's the biggest Oasis fan in the world. Lucy has a problem with this comment. Lucy names some albums. Lucy believes she's more of an Oasis fan than Lee is. Lucy tricks Lee when he asks her to name an Oasis song. Lee mentions Mastermind. Lucy reveals what she believes Lee's subject on Mastermind would be. Lee believes that Lee is scared of getting old. Lucy corrects Lee over his understanding of one of her comments. Lucy insults Lee's age. Lucy compliments Lee's dishwashing ability. Lee insults Superman. Lee agrees with Lucy's analysis of his recent actions. Lucy mocks Lee's hearing. Lee attempts an accent. Lucy mentions Deliveroo. Lee apologises to Lucy. Lee still can't get his head around the Oasis ticket situation. Lucy mentions honesty. Lucy admits to refreshing the Oasis ticket page. Lucy apologises to Lee. Lucy reveals why she confessed to this earlier. Lucy names multiple Oasis songs. Lucy notices what Lee's current calming down technique is. Lee believes Lucy was guilty about refreshing the Oasis ticket page. Lucy mentions marriage. Lee mentions manipulation and gaslighting. Lucy reveals one of Lee's superstitions. Lee informs Lucy of an Oasis ticket resale website. These tickets cost £900. Lucy has an issue with this. Lee mentions tickets costing £4,000. Lucy believes Lee is acting selfishly, and Lucy have a disagreement about the Oasis ticket in form of cat is what I've written. I don't know if that's right. Lee comes clean to Lucy about the resale website. Lucy mentions shopping checkouts. Lucy refuses to talk to Lee. Lee sings for a second time whilst playing the guitar. Lee mentions Lucy and Wembley. Lucy compliments and insults Lee. Lee reminisces about his past. Lucy mentions the 1990s. Lee names some bands as well as current music artists. Lucy has issues with some of Lee's comments. Lee backtracks on himself. Lee and Lucy reminisce about their pasts. Lucy insults Lee. Lee corrects Lucy about the price of the Oasis tickets on the resale website. Lee and Lucy raise their voices to each other. Lucy threatens Lee. Lucy disables the Wi-Fi. Lee is unhappy with this. Lucy reveals she actually bought the Oasis tickets. Lucy swears at Lee. Lucy reveals why she did all of her actions. Lucy attempts Lee's accent. Lucy mentions Lee's mother's superstition. Lee insults his past self. Lucy asks Lee to not sing. Lee compliments Lucy. Lee reaffirms his love for Lucy. Lee and Lucy kiss. Lee considers selling his and Lucy's Oasis tickets. Lucy corrects Lee over the current price of these tickets. Lucy insults Lee's tickets, and Lee and Lucy agree to sell the tickets. And that is my recap of Not Going Out, Series 14, Episode 4, titled Oasis. Not Going Out. We'll return in my recap of Not Going Out, Series 14, Episode 5, titled Dragon Castle. But back to this episode, let me know what we thought of Not Going Out, Series 14, Episode 4, titled Oasis if you watched it. My recap if you didn't, your thoughts on both of those in the comments below. As always, anything else you want to go to the channel, such as any previews or recaps, put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. But before I go, just a reminder that there are now 2 episodes of the podcast out every day, with the first episode releasing at 11 AM GMT and the second episode releasing at 3 PM GMT. And I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. Goodbye.